If you want to go from this to this, or from this to this, then make sure to watch this video until the end and subscribe to join the thousands of other beginners that I've helped get their splits. Hey guys, it's Anna, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a complete beginner's guide to getting your front or middle splits. By the end of this video, you will know the right form to be in your splits, what stretches to do, how often to stretch, and also how long it will take you to get your splits, even if you're not flexible at all. So let's get started. Before we get into the steps of getting your splits, it's important that you know how to do them correctly. So when you're doing a front split, your hips should be squared so that your torso is facing directly towards the front leg. Also, your back knee should be pointing towards the ground, your front knee should be pointing up, and both legs should be in a straight line with each other. One last thing for the front splits is that you should be sitting up, not leaning your chest forward. It's important to keep all these things in mind even when you don't have your splits all the way down yet. It's a bit different for the middle splits, so your chest can be facing the ground and your knees should be pointing forward, but your legs should still be forming a straight line. Now that you know the proper form in your splits, let's move on to how you can actually get them. In order to get the front splits, you need enough hip flexibility for the leg going backwards and enough hamstring flexibility for the leg going forwards. On the other hand, middle splits are mainly hip flexibility, so I've created two different follow-along stretch routines. One that will help you get the front splits and one that will help you get the middle splits, or you could do my hip stretching routine to get your middle splits. And I will have those linked down in the description. So for stretches, I highly recommend doing one of those routines depending on which kind of splits you want to get. And one additional stretch that's great for beginners is to place your leg up on a bed or something similar and then slowly step out the leg on the ground to get a really deep split stretch. Also, after each time that you do one of those stretch routines, you can hold onto chairs to support yourself when sliding into your split. And then eventually, as you get closer to the ground, you can start using pillows and removing one pillow at a time until you are flat on the ground. Also, keep in mind that during the stretches, you should not be going to a point that you're in pain. Just do them until you're slightly uncomfortable so that you feel a good stretch. Now that you know the quick stretch routine you need to do, you're probably wondering how often to do it. So for fast results, I recommend doing it at least 5 times a week. You can do it every day for even faster results, but also stay in tune with your body. So if you're sore one day, then it's totally fine to take a day off from stretching, or you could do a lighter stretch routine, like my most recent yoga style stretch routine, linked down in the description as well. So that is the steps you need to do to get the splits, but I know you're probably wondering how long is this really going to take, and I wish I could give you an exact answer, but the truth is it's so different for everyone. I know there are some YouTube videos out there that say you can get the splits in like one day, and I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it's very unlikely, especially for beginners. I do have a 2-week splits challenge here on YouTube, and many people actually did get their splits in 2 weeks from that challenge, but the purpose of that challenge was actually just to get closer to your splits in the 2 weeks, because I know the time can vary so much from person to person. For beginners, it can take months to get your splits, but that does not mean you should give up. Just keep working at them at your own pace and you'll get them eventually. Just so you know, the middle splits usually take longer to get than the front splits, so if you want to get your splits but don't really have a preference on which kind, then I would do the front splits routine first. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and you can click here to start the front split stretch routine. To subscribe to my channel, click here, and today's flexibility transformation feature goes to Brooke_Hawks_1234_ on TikTok. Bye!